Today, like I said, I'm not calling Remy a punk, right? But I see her do worse things for less. And she ain't gonna fight for her marriage. She ain't want no smoke with Shorty. Shorty was like, yo, I'll fight you for $1. Remy was like, bitch, is I'm stupid or is I'm dumb? I'm not fighting you. Remy was like, hey, is you think I'm stupid or is I'm dumb? Like, I'm not fighting you. Like, you can have that nigga. That's all right. I had him already. You know what I mean? He old goods now. I got my little baby out of him. You can have him, baby. I'm looking too good to be fighting out here. You know what I'm saying? You know? But man, I guess she can't fight for for the man if the man don't want to be with her. That's the thing with some ladies don't get. When we done. Especially when you was as loyal as Pap was, and she embarrassed that nigga. See, the dumb thing Papoose did is he risked going to jail for that. Now that's something I wouldn't have did. I wouldn't have put my hands on that nigga if he did. I don't know. If, the rumor is that he did. But me, what you beating him up for? She gave him the coochie. Don't ever risk your life, nigga. Ever. Don't risk your freedom ever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never, man, don't put your hands on. I don't care for whatever. I understand I was your wife, right? But you could be in jail right now for that doing a 1 to 3, a 3 to 9. No, you don't even know, right? And what you think she gonna be doing out here? I know you probably got caught up in your emotions, but that wasn't the thing to do. And I'm pretty much sure uh, Remy ain't got another bit in her. That's why she's one. She ain't gonna fight the girl, but Remy ain't a fighter anyway. Remy like, yo, you got it. My gun is warm. It's cool. Start thinking about them greens. Nah, okay, baby girl. I can't beat you, and my gun is warm, baby girl. You go ahead. You can have him. You know, he's all you. You know what I mean? I can't pick up this thing no more. I can't see the greens. I don't want Joe coming to see me with the cornrows on the dance floor no more. You know. But shout out to Remy. Shout out to Clarissa. Shout out to Papoose. The jokes are all in fun, but as far as the relationship stuff goes, you know, I always tell people, and y'all heard me say it before, if you're not going to love unconditionally, don't get married, right? If you got conditions on your marriage, do not, on your relationship, do not get married, okay? Here's an example. If cheating is a deal breaker for you, don't get married. Because in the case of Remy and Papoose, temptation's a mother effer. Remy was in jail for fucking 6 years, right? 7 years, right? she might have got an itch that Pap couldn't scratch, or she might have wanted, you know, when men come home from doing that much time, like they want various coochie. They on a coochie mission. They trying to catch up on coochie that they missed over the years. That might not be no different from women. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no pipe. You know what I'm saying? In 7 years, getting the same pipe, they might be out there getting other pipe, like because just that same pipe ain't might not be it. So if you have that condition in your relationship, don't get married, right? Because if cheating is going to break up your relationship, don't get married because temptation is too high out here. There's too many different personalities. There's too many different men. There's too many different women in the world. You know what I'm saying? So if cheating is a deal breaker for you, don't get married because you're not going to be able to walk away from the relationship just like this. You're not. You're going to have to go to court. You're going to have to give up money. If you got kids, it's going to make it even worse. If you got properties and stuff, you just can't leave a relationship like that. So if cheating is a deal breaker for you, then don't get married. If you love the woman unconditionally, or you love the man unconditionally, and you don't care if he go out there and step out, or you don't care if she go out there and step out, as long as she do what she supposed to do in the house and do what she's supposed to do with you, if you got that type of mentality, then you love unconditionally. There's no conditions in your relationship. Keep that in mind if you're in the process of thinking about getting married. If you walk in your house and the mailman is banging your wife, and you're going to go get your gun and kill him and not her, you already a goddamn fool. But if you're going to get your gun anyway, you don't love unconditionally, right? If you could walk in that room and be like, and walk out and go somewhere and come back later and be like, yo, you was in here sleeping with another man in my house, woo, 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 and check her and forgive her, that's unconditional love. Now, some of y'all in the comments probably like, yo, no, that's being dumb or that's being a fool. But if you've been with somebody for 20 years and then you walked in and you caught them having sex, are you going to throw the whole 20 years away for one time they cheated in 20 years? You're going to throw a whole 20 years away. So if you 30 years old and y'all get married at 30, and 20 years later, she finds somebody else and start cheating, or he finds somebody else and start cheating. You 50, he 52, 54. You gonna start over with a whole new relationship and start over from the beginning with a new person in your 50s, both of y'all, and just say you meet somebody, and 2 years later they want to get married. Are you gonna get married again? And say you get married again, and 5 years down the line, you get that same situation. You walk in, he cheating, or you walk in, she cheating. You gonna end that relationship and go start all over again at 55 and 57? So learn something about unconditional love. It's about finding a person that you could deal with for the rest of your life. No matter what happens, y'all work through it. But know that it's a lot of temptation out here. Let Remy and Papoose show y'all how black love, if it ain't unconditional, will be crack love. The black love will crack if it ain't unconditional. It would take Papoose a big man. He would have to love Remy unconditionally, as he did when she went to jail. He waited for her. That was unconditional. But he had conditions. Oh, you ain't gonna be with another man and publicly embarrass me and think that we gonna still be together. No, because he had conditions. Now, what if he get with Clarissa and it don't work? Let's say a year later, she cheating. Or Clarissa find Papoose cheating a year later. Like cheating back with Remy. Is Clarissa gonna break up with him? Or she gonna stay with him? I know she better not be talking about marriage. And so she can put some time in. She need a good 3 years with him before she even talk about marriage or anything serious. Period. Because you got to see if the love is unconditional. If it ain't unconditional, what's the purpose? Find the one that when you get mad at them, you can turn around and still deal with them. Think about it. I'm gonna get back to the Rat Pack and Vlad, and when I come back. But I'm gonna say this quickly. Vlad just revealed that he's been talking to Trayvon Lane for years. Y'all heard that? Vlad said that he's been talking to Trayvon Lane for years, and he's supposed to get an interview with him or whatever. The dude, they ain't doing no interview. That ain't happening. Probably after somebody get convicted, right? But I'm glad that he said that because I hope that the police question Vlad about what him and Trayvon Lane talked about the night that Tupac got hit. Oh, I got so much new Tupac revelations on y'all. Oh, wait till I come back. Did y'all know that Chaz Williams seen Tupac and Suge come right after the fight? Chaz was at the Biggie joint and at the Tupac joint, right? And remember, Gene got the call talking about how they hit up Suge and Tupac, right? Now he said it was Little Daddy, but Chaz was right there too. Damn, all them niggas was out there. I'll get back to that later. You know what it is.